Welcome to another episode. I can tell you that I get so pumped and excited about this topic. I'm going to focus really hard this week on slowing my pace, speaking at normal human speed so that you can understand me. Because all of these episodes are important, but I cannot wait to wrap this one up. We're going to wrap up the mini-series with this episode. I'm excited to bring you some of the resources and tools that I'm going to share with you today. Because here's the deal. We've spent the entire month at this point talking through the speed of success as a first-year executive. And we know, and we've already agreed, that the speed at which we get results, maintain those results, keep those results consistently coming, are all critical components of our overall success in the executive ranks. It matters. Speed has always mattered. Results always matter. When you put them together, it's so valuable. When we can get results quickly and we can sustain those results, we are going to continue to add high level of value to the organization, and we're going to be valuable to the company, and we're going to continue to be recognized for that, okay? So we've talked about three components. If you remember them, one was the simple fact that the definition of results changed, and so because the definition of results changed and we didn't see it, we get a little frustrated, we get a little aggravated with ourselves, we start doubting ourselves, and we do a little, mental beat up. We beat ourselves up. And we slow ourselves down because we stay focused on the frustration instead of pushing past it. The other reason is because we missed it, we didn't prepare to be the executive that we know we're capable of being, and we keep and allow the guesswork and the trial and error to exist in our careers because we think we need to earn the right to actually be in the role. And we've already earned it. So just eliminate it, go still shamelessly, learn the strategies, apply them, move forward, right? That's what we agreed to. And then last week, we talked about the fact that there are things that we inject into our process, actions, functions, time delays, right? Things that we spend our time on that we really don't need to because they're not going to help us produce executive results. They're just going to make us feel safe internally, but they actually don't add value to the organization in the way in which the organization is expecting you to add value, right? So if you recall those three things, if you listened to all three of those episodes, awesome, congratulations, thank you for joining me. If you didn't, please go back and listen to them. I promise they're valuable, and you're going to need to listen to each one because each one is going to give you a little nugget and a little bit of homework to do to prepare you for today. Because today, what we can all agree on after tackling each of those three components is the reality that we can eliminate all three of those barriers. We can easily, clearly eliminate all three of those barriers to success. And it doesn't need to take us 12 months. It can take us a couple of months, right? But we have to know what to do. We have to be willing to do it. And we've got to be able to push forward. It's a must. And so what I want to teach you today is one of the components that I teach in Career Confidence, the program that we teach here at Legend Leaders, that 2-month program that really helps you generate consistent executive level success, okay? It is called the Execing Blueprint, right? The Execing Blueprint. And I'm going to walk you through it at a high level. I'm going to tell you 5 things, 5 steps that I want you to take. Now that you understand those 3 barriers, the 5 steps you need to take to overcome those barriers and move forward and create what we call here at Legend. We help you create what we call your executive brand, right? So what are those 5 steps? Step 1 in this entire process, give yourself some grace, okay? Give yourself some grace. You didn't know the definition of results was going to change. You didn't know the growth was going to be so significant. It's okay. You're still amazing. You can still do this. There is nothing wrong with you. You are still worthy. You are still phenomenal. Give yourself some grace. That's step 1, okay? Step 2, you've got to seek to understand, what does your company want you to do? Understand what performance looks like in your role, at your level, and ultimately what you're doing is you're seeking to understand what the company values. What do they value? What matters to them? What are the end results they need to see? You've got to know. You can't assume, you can't guess. You must know definitively, okay? Step 3, where are you actually spending your time? Now that you know what the company values, are you spending all of your time doing those things and getting the results that the company needs you to generate and get? Or are you doing what we talked about last week and injecting different pit stops and delays and things into your process and into your pathway so that it delays the time to get you to your end result? It delays the time it takes you to get to Disney World, right? Like we talked about last week. And then number 4, once you understand what the company values, once you understand where you're spending your time, then what I want you to do is a process that's very clearly in the executive blueprint. And it's a process we teach here at Legend called keep, stop, add. Okay? When we know what the company wants from us, when we know where we're spending our time, then what we need to do is we need to understand, what do we need to keep doing? What do we need to stop doing? And what are some things that we must start doing or add to our routine in order to get those executive level results? Okay? So we've got to sit down and identify that and put that process into place. And then the 5th thing that you're going to do once you have that clear pathway of what am I going to keep doing, what am I going to stop doing, and what I'm going to start doing or add, is you've got to start executing that plan. You've got to execute that executive blueprint, and then you've got to tweak and adjust as you go, right? Because the industry is going to change, the company is going to change, and so you've got to have a method of review to then tweak and adjust your methods and stay on top of it. Those are the 5 steps. Okay? Very simple, very easy for you to do. You can do it. Please get the workbook. I'll walk you through step by step each of these 5 steps in order to help you shrink that 12-month lag, that ramp up period, right? That wave of results, no results, results, no results, and help you just hockey stick and get the results and level it out at the executive level that you need to deliver, the high level of results that you're used to delivering and that you need to deliver in your new role. Not 12 months, 2 months. If you want our help applying this after you work through the workbook, or you just want our help now, please reach out. Career Confidence is the program. We're starting new cohorts on a regular basis. We would love to have you in the cohort. I promise, what you're going to invest in yourself through that program is well worth the 10 months that you're going to get back into your life and the career impact and the trajectory you're going to inject into your career because you spent the time, you laid the foundation, you started getting the results very quickly. It's worth it. Okay? Now, can you do it on your own? Absolutely. I just gave you all the tools. Go do it. Either way, whether you work with us or not, go do the work and get the results. As always, go and be legendary.